Welcome to our Spark Learning session. Today, we'll be talking about tree method consulting project. Let me give you a brief overview of this project. This project is about a company name called Purina that is having a problem of spoiled dog food. In a manufacturing process, there is an inconsistency in preservative chemicals that is mixed into the dog food. There are 5 chemicals they mix: A, B, C, and D. Those are 4 chemicals they mix into the chemical which are preservatives, and there's one additional chemical which is a filler chemical that doesn't have any impact on the spoilage. We have given a data where we are given a percentage of mix of A, B, and C and D in the mix, and also indicator where the dog food is spoiled or not. Now we'll be going through the project to find out whether which one of these chemicals have most impact on spoilage. We'll be using the machine learning model, especially decision tree, random forest classifier, and GBT classifier. So let's get started. I'll start importing with the initializing this find Spark such that we can run the Spark program. Then I'll be needing a vector assembler because we need to create a feature vector for this project, and also we need to import the classifier, which is decision tree, GBT, and random forest. So we're importing those two. Now, as a next step, we need to create an app name for this, which will be Spark session dot app name dog food consult get or create. That's the app name. We'll name this app with program dog food consult. And secondly, we'll be importing the data for our project, which will be spark read.csv, and it's gonna be a dog food underscore CSV. Second B is going to be infer schema. Infer schema will be understanding the schema as we read it. That's why it's called infer schema. Header equal to true. We forgot to put a builder here. And it runs. Now, it is giving me exception. Path doesn't exist. We have made a mistake in a file name. And it works. Now we need to see what's inside this data. Do you know how to do that? Let me show you. We'll do data dot print schema. It has 4 columns: A, B, C, and D, and 1 indicator column, spoil column. Let's see what's inside let's get a first line of data. Data dot head. and see what inside it, what columns do we have. Let's name those columns. We already know from the print schema, but just for heck of it, we'll just try to see what columns are. Now we need to create an assembler to create a feature vector. Do you know how to do that? Let me show you. Vector assembler. Input calls. And we can just copy and paste this thing here. These are input columns. And output will be the features. Now we have the assembler. We need to transform the input data. Output will be assembler. Then we need to transform it, the data, such that we have a features data. We have a features column in a data. Now let's see what we have. What's the output of this? Output.print schema. Now we have a features column. There you see. There are many columns in this table, but we just need two columns, feature and spoil. So we'll extract those two columns for our data. For our final data, we'll name it as a final data. And we can just select those two columns. Features and spoil. Now let's see what we have here. Final data dot head. We want to see just few rows here to see what we get. Now we have first column is a feature and second is a spoil indicator. This is useful to do the machine learning, and for that we'll be creating a model. We'll be creating a classifier, and we'll be creating a classifier such as dysentery classifier, random forest classifier, and GBT classifier. Next, DTC dysentery classifier, label column equal to spoil, and features column equal to features, therefore we'll be creating the multiples of this, RBC and GBT. The random forest and GBT classifier. Now we'll be creating a model on top of this. DTC model we have to fit the data in a model. Now we have a classifier, and we have to create a model for which we need the data, and the data is our final data. In the same way, we'll be doing for RFC and DTC. RFC model, GPT model, GPT. I will run this. We have our model. Now next step, we need to understand which feature actually plays an important role in determining spoilage. For that, we'll be running DTC model feature importance. This feature importance column shows that what percent of the this column contribute to the indicator, and we'll just put this and start running this 1, 2, and 3. Thus, we have completed our project, and this project shows that the second column, which is the second column, the B, plays important role in third column. The third column, the column number 2, with the basic index, plays an important role in determining whether the particular batch will get spoiled. Finally, let's review what we learned today. We learned about using classifier, specifically decision tree, GPT, and random forest, to understand whether a particular variable has impact on the output or signal, such as spoilage. This project was different from other projects because we did not need to divide the data set between test data and training data. This project could have been done by using a linear regression, but using tree method is one option to do such kind of projects. That's all for today. I will see you next learning session. Thank you so much.